so again, in terms of real solutions, these solutions are already with us. That whether it's indigenous leadership or other folks who are close to living close to the land, that the knowledge of how we can be in harmony with the planet, how we can be in harmony with the regenerative nature of our planet and our ecosystem, and still actually there's an abundance, unlike the kind of scarcity narrative that we're constantly having to counter. It's not an either or, and it's really the scarcity analysis that has resulted in this extractive economy. People coming and colonizing places, feeling like or determining that that their level of greed and avarice was such that they had to displace and murder, when really all could live. There's enough for all to live in harmony. And so when we think about leaning into those traditions, I think even in my childhood, my dad was Jamaican and my mom was from the Black Belt of Mississippi, and in our backyard in south side of Chicago, we grew tomatoes, cucumbers, mint that we used every day for mint tea and mint lemonade in the rare slices of summer that Chicago enjoys. So we really leaned into our relationship with the land, and those lessons really came back when COVID came, and I ended up growing a whole garden on my balcony. I made an entire bruschetta with tomatoes, and these are the ways that we can actually not just survive crises, but that we can actually live as people. So whether it's the local food movement led by groups like Soul Fire Farm in upstate New York, which is really leading on how we can do this in terms of our own food. Whether it's local energy projects, a group like Highland Park in Michigan, where they had their electricity for their streetlights turned off by DTE, the local utility, again, profits over people. And not only did they turn off the streetlights, but they came and they took the street poles away because they decided they were never going to be able to pay their bills for the municipality. And the community came together, and they had lemonade sales and did whatever they had to do in order to get the revenue that they needed to get solar street lights for their community. And so now they're living off the grid independently with those lights.